guys, I'm Sarah and I'm coming to you this week with a keto recipe, making keto bread. I put bread in inverted commas because obviously when you're on a keto diet you can't eat normal bread. Just this last week, due to a procedure he was getting done at hospital, my husband had to go on a keto diet for 3 days prior to this procedure, and so I had to do a bit of brushing up. The doctor gave him a basic list of what he could and could not eat. He was on very limited eggs, which I don't think a normal keto diet you are, but other than that, generally, you know, it's basically reducing your carbs and your sugars. You're very limited with the fruit you can eat. No bread, no pasta, no rice, limited nuts and grains. It really is meat and vegetables. Now, this isn't the sort of thing that you'd make a sandwich with, I wouldn't say. It's not your typical bread. Of course it's not. There's no flour in it. It's not even like rice bread. I made gluten-free rice bread once. But it is the sort of thing that I actually made him. I did a meat and veggie stir fry with a bit of soy sauce in it. And so I made this bread in a mug, sliced it up and just put it next to his dinner, and he just kind of had it with his dinner and he thought it was brilliant. You just need a mug and you need a microwave. In the mug I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter. I'm just going to melt this quickly in the microwave. Right, so that's nice and melty. Now I'm actually going to roll the cup around like that, just so that butter, it's actually table spread I used, just lines the mug so that it can come out nice and easy once it's done. 1/3 of a cup, it said almond flour. Now of course that's not a cheap thing to buy, although I got some almond meal. I'm not sure if you might be able to pick this sort of thing up cheaper from Bin In, or maybe like Indian food places, that sort of thing. You can potentially pick it up cheaper from elsewhere, but I was just getting through the 3 days. Now when I read up on this, it said to use almond flour, not just ground almonds, because it won't be a very good texture. I found the texture fine. I thought it was perfectly nice and smooth. We want 1/3 of a cup. A pinch of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 egg. We're just going to give that a really good mix up. Alright, and then I'm going to pop this concoction into the microwave for 90 seconds. Just pulled that out of the microwave. So it is still hot, hot, hot. So I'm just going to leave that to cool down, give it 2 minutes, and we'll take it out, slice it into rings, see how it came out. 2 minutes later, still warmish, but you know, that's fine. I am back. I'm just going to run a knife around here. It's a funny little thing. But you know, sometimes you just can't be fussy. Sometimes aesthetics are just have to be put to one side. So I'm just going to slice this into nice little circles. I mean, you know, texture wise, that's quite bready. That is very bready texture wise. So I mean, you know, next to, as I say, it's the sort of thing you'd use maybe like instead of a bread roll, like next to dinner or something. You just, you know, put it out there next to your plates, soak up a bit of dinner with it. I mean, it smells eggy. You can smell the egg. You know, as I say, texture wise, it's like a nice warm piece of bread. So flavour wise, I mean, you don't taste the sort of the almond flour. You wouldn't think it was made with nut flour. It is, it's like, oh, how do I describe this? Like buttery scrambled eggs, but in bread form. Does that make sense? Probably not. You can put butter on it. I'm not sure if you actually need to be honest, because you can really taste that butter that's in there. It's quite nice. It's a bit more substantial because of that almond flour. There is more to it than just eggy buttery. It's nice though. I actually like it. I can quite happily munch out on that, and my kids have made me promise to keep some for them. It's pleasant. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're on a keto diet, you want something a little bit more substantial to go with your dinner on the side or whatever, give this a go, people. So there we go. Hit like, leave me a comment, hit subscribe, give this a go, let me know what you think. See you next week.